Hello everybody, this is MicroMacComp, and welcome back to another episode of Micro Builds an Iron Farm. So in today's video, I'm showing off my 64 village iron farm, which is double the village count of last episode. Yeah, let's get right into it. So I was able to reuse the same door layout in last episode, just add in another layer here, and basically what I did for the satellite doors was I move them down so that they're in between these two blocks. Yeah, so basically, that's the farm. The spawning floors, don't worry about those. You can just punch them out and make a better spawning floor. I will be doing that next iron farm, but it's just a 64 village iron farm. Don't really need to go too fancy for it. But the reason why this iron farm is a bit overboard with the redstone is because this iron farm will be easily scalable up to 256. I just have to add in a few more rows of doors, center the satellite doors correctly, and add in a few items into a hopper. And then basically it should be scaled up correctly. So because of that, expect a lot more iron farm videos in the future. So basically the way this works is just like last time, you press the reset button. The door over here creates the village. Next it moves the village into here. This door picks up first, then this door, then this door, then this row of doors. And then it adds it to one of these two rows of doors. So depending on which villager is up, so it starts in the bottom row. So this villager will be up and this villager is out of range. And then it only adds these rows of doors right here and not these rows of doors because that villager is out of range and that villager is in range. So then over here, it goes ahead and moves the newly created village over to here. And then what happens next is, since that row of doors is added, we have to make it concentric. So these rows of doors become added to the village next. So then that would mean this villager would be in range, and that villager would be out of range. So then, yeah. Huge props to GruvaGuy for actually for building a 64 village iron farm that I could take inspiration from. The layer change mechanism is actually quite simple, but it's a little bit different than his. I took the concept of the hopper roof thing. So what happens is there are some redstone dust in here, and whenever we press reset, the redstone dusts all go into this one. So there's 3 redstone dust in all. One here, and one here. So whenever the farm gets fully reset, there should be 3 redstone dust in here. And then when it starts building, 1 redstone dust immediately goes into here and activates this row, or that villager, and following up this redstone path, this villager. And then what happens next is when this entire row of doors has been repaired, this little piston right here fires. There's some delay, and then it resets this the sky axis, so that way we can create more villages. Then once the sky axis is reset, this hopper timer down here activates this line of redstone, which allows the next row of doors to be activated while keeping the previous row activated. And then it loops through one more time, and once it's done, It activates this one more time. The last piece of redstone enters here. Then there's one here, and one here. What happens next is this row, or this hopper right here, fills up, and this dropper becomes empty. And when this dropper is empty, it stops this hopper timer from continuously looping and creating villages. And right here we have an entity cramming friendly villager holding cell. So what we do is there's just a vine, and that prevents those villagers from having their hitboxes interact with each other. So they just kind of exist in the same block without actually damaging each other at all. And the redstone down here is really simple as far as keeping the chunk loading. I tried to make it as compact as I can, and the output is just right here. It's nothing fancy. You can expand it, you can make it smaller, whatever, it doesn't matter. Yeah, and the reason I have this dropper right here, going into a water stream as opposed to directly into the portal, is because sometimes if a dropper is facing directly into a portal, it can corrupt the chunks on the other side. So yeah, you want to prevent that as much as you can. And there's 14 items in this hopper timer. 11, 12, 13, 14. That's just to keep the timer going at the correct speed, such that these chunks stay loaded. Of course, this is built in the spawn chunks, and if it wasn't built in the spawn chunks, you don't want to have that portal loading system. But yeah, that's pretty much the entire farm. The redstone's a bit complicated, as I said, because I wanted it to be scalable easily. But aside from that, that's pretty much it. And anyways, guys, my name is MicroMatComp. Catch you later.